That's how we do that.
I don't, usually it takes the picture and then we get the, it didn't do it the same way. All right, what time we got?
It's 5:56.
All right, I got time to look up that Jason Silva.
Cool.
You got time to look up BBC for a little bit.
That's all I ever look at.
Yes, my YouTube alert. I'll share that with my Facebook. Should I do that? Sure from here.
I believe the children are the future. I believe the children are
Somebody just said that. You gotta shut that off because it's gonna start echoing.
Not only that, it's from
What? Are we at this point in the movie?
What's the Jason Silva called?
I love a good song.
Seeing Eye to Eye?
I love a good song.
Oh, it was released 10 hours ago. Can you find it?
This was 2 days ago. Sort by date added newest. The one I got is 3 days ago. I'm not seeing it. Where is it at? Is it on Facebook? I mean YouTube?
No, I think it was on. Maybe it was TikTok. I don't know.
Oh snap!
Jason Silva doesn't have a TikTok.
Yeah, what? You know.
What else could it be?
I don't know. Where did you see it? Do you have it in front of you?
No. I can find it though.
We can just find one.
One job, awesome. One job.
I thought it would pop up on there for sure.
Bless
That's
you.
what she said. These newest ones are all more than 2 minutes.
2 minutos?
Why is confidence attractive? We'll roll with that because we have less than a minute.
Okay.
And by confidence, he means big boobs. So every time he says confidence.
All right, let me know when it's 6 o'clock.
For a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta put you down. 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 Don't tell that long-tongued liar. Don't tell that midnight rider.
6 o'clock?
Tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Tell him the God's gonna cut him down. Tell him the God's gonna cut him down. Well, my
There you go.
let me tell you the news. My head's been wet with the midnight dew. I've been down on bended knee, talking to the man from Galilee. He spoke to me in a voice so sweet. I thought I heard the shuffle of angels' feet. He called my name and my heart stood still when he said, Jay, go do my way. Don't tell that long-tongued liar. Don't tell that midnight rider. Tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Tell him the God's gonna cut him down. You can run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta put you down. You may throw your rock and hide your hand, working in the dark against your fellow man. But as sure as God made black and white, what's done in the dark will be brought to the light. You can run on for a long time. Run on for a long time.
If you really want to press me, take the wheel.
Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Don't tell that long-tongued liar. Don't tell that midnight rider. Tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Tell him the God's gonna cut you down. Tell him the God's gonna cut you down. Run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Yeah, you can never touch this, it's just too much substance. I broke through the chains that away with the cufflinks. You can make a scene, but to me, it's nothing. You never match with a breakthrough in fashion. I'll resist the fabric and bring it back surely. See you on the shore, you repping the wrong jersey. Nah, I mean, they on the wrong team. paper chaser, screaming out cream. Lord deliver us, you know I ain't giving up. They just wanna live it up on scratch offs and 50 bucks. Praise to the city luck, I gotta keep it 100. Run it, clean how I done it, did it. I operate like City Hall, gotta put my city on. Didn't fit the first time, but I've been growing into it. They all getting giddy, gone, it's not to say I pity y'all. I'm too busy lying, rather not respond to kitty calls. Y'all can get your cookie on, watch what you slipping on, girl, what you sipping on, dog, what you walking about.
Please give a shout out to Frank.
It's making plenty sense. You live in a glass house, high rent, solo. I do it on my own, no YOLO. I never get you. Pardon me, my God, I'm calling on them all. Can't stall, I gotta tell them all. You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later, got to put you down. 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 Don't tell that long-tongued liar. Don't tell that midnight rider. Tell the rebel, the gambler, the backbiter. Tell them the God's gonna cut you down. Tell them the God's gonna cut you down.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from EJ's Waffle Dreams apartment and worldwide on Facebook and YouTube Live, this is the Moon Club podcast with AJ, MJ, and SJ. The Moon Club will talk about anything under the moon or something will ever be taboo. This episode of the Moon Club podcast is brought to you by Realtor MJ Adler, Bloomington Normal's premier realtor for the Jewett Home Selling Team at Remax Rising. And I want to be your realtor. I really, really want to be your realtor. And I'll hustle everybody all day, every day, and then double up on Sunday to prove it.
True that. I see.
What's the state of the moon, brother?
Let me see. It is currently Tuesday, December 8th, 2020. It is 6:04 p.m.
I'm gonna get those shots.
The moon comes up at 11:43 p.m. tonight, and it goes down 1 p.m. tomorrow.
That's crazy.
It's crack. It is currently waxing crescent. It is 39% illuminated. It's 366.621 thousand kilometers away from us. It's 23 days old. It's in the sign of Virgo tonight, and it is going into Libra. Whatever the fuck that means.
It means something to somebody.
Did I get all the information out this time?
You did a lot better
One for
job.
Austin, and there's one for you.
They're more like Frankenshots. This is Franken Smith. Who is this?
Yeah. Franken and Frankenson. Something like that.
This could be Frank's theme song from now on.
Yeah, we'll call it the Frank Short song.
Yeah.
By the way, I am fully illuminated because
Oh, yeah. I need to work that into the routine. How illuminated is Steve?
I am fully illuminated because I do get high on my own supply thanks to rhythm. That's right, rhythm. This is that kosher kush. I do get high on my own supply.
And that's from Beyond Hello.
Dance to the beat.
Beyond Hello.
And that's how you cut a promo.
And we'll test any and all.
All right, Death of a Legend, Blono original, and true Bloomington Normal. Like, he's a true legend in Bloomington Normal for sure.
Yeah.
The late great Frank Short, gone but not forgotten.
Always in our hearts.
Love you, big brother.
Yeah, love you, Frank.
U-turn, motherfucker.
U-turn.
So we told that story on the podcast before, and we were driving down some street.
I think
The
it's wrong
street
night.
is under debate, but I'm pretty sure we all agree we're in Bob's Monte Carlo,
That's a given.
and I'm pretty sure who threw the egg out the back window? It was Frank, right? Or was it you?
It was I.
Yeah.
So you tossed the egg into another car, and then that car stopped and tried to pull us over, and Frank
Screamed
famously said, U-turn, motherfucker!
U-turn.
He might not even say motherfucker, I don't know. He definitely said U-turn, though.
Well,
right?
he threw a motherfucker on almost everything.
Yeah.
So we can say he
Right.
did.
Sure.
Yeah. His character in the movie will say it that way, trust me.
Yeah. So, Frank, you are gone, but you are not forgotten forever in our hearts and in our minds and in our memories.
And you're going to have to check the
Peace and
Bloomington
love,
High
man.
School record books because his name may be in there.
Yeah. Yeah, he returned punts for the Raiders.
He definitely pinned a couple people.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
a great,
for
great
sure,
wrestler,
yeah.
along with his brother, Eric Short.
He was strong as an ox.
Yeah, he was strong as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, both of them were.
He still was.
Yeah.
I mean, up until you see him sitting here, and he was like
Intimidating, yeah.
V-shaped from the waist up.
Yeah.
All right, the weekly Jason
props.
Silva is called "Why Is Confidence So Attractive?" And I don't know. This is Jason Silva breaking that down like only Jason Silva can, and it's 2.5 minutes.
Why is confidence so attractive? Why is confidence
Every time he
so
says confidence,
irresistible?
drink.
The idea that an individual that you
I
come
think
across
it's
in the
fucked up.
world knows a secret that you don't. They know something. There's a twinkle behind their eye that speaks to you, that makes you feel like they know something that you don't. They're at ease in ways that you wish you were. They have this groundedness, they have this stability, they have this emotional presence. They fill the room with their sense of knowingness. And we come across these people in our lives and we're inexplicably drawn to them. It doesn't matter if it's sexual attraction or just an amicability, just somebody you want to be friends with. But the desire to be near those that project this kind of confidence has to do with wanting to drink the Kool-Aid that they've drank, to want to glimpse the supposed truth that they've been exposed to. And it could be a false projection. It could just be that these people are simply physically attractive and the equanimity with which they move about the world seduces us into thinking that they know the answers that somehow we don't. And I don't know which is the case. I don't know if they actually know those answers or if they're just really good at lying about it. But I've always been drawn to these people. And it doesn't matter if they're, eloquent professors or movie stars or just, the coolest kid in school. That confidence, that sense of knowingness that they bring forth is something that I've always been itching to acquire. And there's certain moments in my life, certainly, when I feel tuned in and when I feel alert, awake, and aware to some kind of deeper veracity, some deeper truth that fills me with joy, gratitude, and grace. And during these moments, I taste a sliver of that confidence, but it's not yet stabilized in my life. I still collapse back into myself with all my fears and neuroses and doubts, and the journey continues. Anyway, those are my thoughts on confidence.
All right, so that's a good one, right? And I think there's a lot of truth to that. If you think about it, you're much more likely to follow somebody into whatever, whether it be a battle or whatever it might be, if they act confident, right?
Right, yeah.
If somebody acts like, oh, this is going to be fine, I'm like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's like, I think if you look back in history, I think some of the most, the greatest generals were so arrogant, they thought of themselves as gods,
Yeah.
Yeah.
By confidence, I think he meant big breasts. That's just
I'm
my opinion.
talking like Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan.
Is it Genghis or is it
Genghis?
Chinese people say Chenghis, we say Genghis, but
Genghis.
It's
Both is right.
It's an inflection thing. Yeah, I don't think we're not people of a steppe. We are not. What was Genghis? He was a Hun, right? No, he was not a Hun.
That was
Mongol.
Attila.
He was a Mongol.
A
Mongolian.
Mongol. So there's a language barrier,
I think.
and no, he's definitely a Mongol. Yeah.
Okay.
Mongolian.
And people should check out that True History pod. What's the guy's name? Dan Carlin's Hardcore History.
Right.
He's got a 5-part series called
Wrath of the Khans.
Wrath of the Khans, and each one is like 3 hours long. And
So good.
you think, oh, that's going to be boring? No, it's not. It's fascinating the whole way
Khan!
Yeah, lay there in bed and he creates these beautiful images for you.
through. Yeah, he's definitely a storyteller.
Yeah.
It's good. If you ever want to, if you're a history buff and you want to go down that road,
Or you can do it driving.
I think confidence is key, as far as in relationships and in anything you're doing if you want to be successful.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest, my confidence has been shaken lately with everything that's going on. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that feels the same way. And I mean, I kid earlier, but it's like, put on dating profile, unemployed, anything, nothing going on right now. I mean, in the COVID, there's 41 million people probably guaranteed more than that, that's facing the same thing. And we're going to show something coming up that testifies that, because so many places being shut down, so many livelihoods, so many people's livelihoods just being taken away from them. And at the same time, the rich is still
Lawrence
getting richer.
Miller?
You know what I mean? Because that we can't shop at our stores and go out like we normally could, because they're telling us to stay home and they're shutting down all the restaurants.
And who are the people that are telling us this? But let me back up just a minute and let me reiterate that fact, the comment you were making about confidence. And I'll talk about this. And I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but the incomparable Mindy Sue, like the first time, and it's not the first time we went out.
Incomparable. No, I'm just teasing.
Same word. I think it was the fourth time we went out, and I never tried anything with her until the fourth time. But we were at Muggsy's with my buddy Justin and Boyd. We had just seen Mike Birbiglia, and it was getting towards the end of the night, and I had a few drinks in me, and I think Justin and Boyd had said something about, well, it's getting late, we're getting ready to go home. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go home too. And like Mindy Sue looked at me and she's like, are you gonna take me home? And what did I say? I said, oh, I'm taking you home, but not to your house, or something like that. She could probably correct the record, but like she was like, yeah, just the way you said that, it was like that was it. I don't know.
Talking about a few drinks, that's that liquor confidence. That's a little bit different confidence than what we want to.
No, it's like, and now it's how many years later?
10,000 years later.
Well,
no, I think it was like,
that's
still,
Debo.
I think that will be 3 years ago.
I was gonna say, you put him on the spot on.
It might be tomorrow. It might be 2 years ago. I think it was December 9th. I think it was. Mindy knows the exact date, but I want to say it was December 9th, but she will correct the
Our
record.
fact checker would know that date.
This week in history,
sure.
so much stuff had went on. December 7th was the anniversary of Pearl Harbor.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, December 8th.
Hold on. Let me stop. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I know it was December 9th because it was the day after my buddy Justin Luke Powell's birthday, and it was December 9th. So it is 3 years ago tomorrow that happened.
Cool.
Yeah. Sorry, Steve.
So you better get a gift. That's all I'm saying. Mindy, you got a big gift coming.
It's the
We're
high hard
talking
one. It's the high hard
diamond.
one.
We're talking about diamond. It better be hard.
Dude,
It better be hard enough to cut through glass or anything.
It won't be limp.
It should be diamond.
Since you dyed your beard gray, I think you look a lot like Tom Segura.
Dyed his beard gray?
I bleached it gray.
You
You
bleached
dye
it
it dark, you bleach it light. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I bleach it dark.
That's what he did.
So
Shout out to Just for Men.
I
Over
bleach
50.
it lighter so that I look older, so that I don't look like a young man on Mindy's arm. That's what I did.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't want her to look
Respect.
like a cougar. You want
Booyah,
people to
Kasha.
have respect for her.
I think gotcha.
But then again, today,
Shaka.
rest in peace, John Lennon. Just
Okay,
imagine.
Was that January 8th?
Just imagine
Or
if he was
December
still
8th?
here.
All
Right.
the people.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
See what I did
he had
there?
a lot of stuff left to
See
do,
what I
right?
did there? Oh yeah, he had so much more to give. And you know, this is what I say for people that think that there was, or that, and don't get me wrong, I'm not denying that there's racist people in the world and that there still is racism, there's ugliness, there's hatred. But because we lost somebody like John Lennon, that's the reason why shit like that exists. You know, because this is a man who loved so much, who showed that,
He's
that
definitely ahead of his time, right?
country didn't mean shit, that
Yeah.
religion didn't mean shit, but what meant shit is humanity. And all of
Yeah.
us together, and that's the only way that we're going to get
What's
through
up, Mindy
anything.
Sue?
And I remember listening to that as a young person, thinking, well, that's ridiculous. But now that I get older, I'm like, yeah, what does country mean? Like, you were born
I
on this
believe you.
area of dirt,
Yeah.
so you're this
Pride.
way. Like,
Right.
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
We're all humans.
Yeah.
Black, white, yellow, gray,
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
We're all the same.
Just because we were
Inhabitants of this earth.
fortunate enough to be born here and not in the middle of a freaking desert, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, because some people, that's their.
You know what this
that's
is gonna be in
they're
1,000 years? It's gonna be sand. It's
Right?
gonna be
Yeah,
sand.
and do you remember?
4,000.
MG, do you remember for how many years did we first thing we would say every morning in school was the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag. You know, it's like they're beating this shit into us. You know,
But yeah.
do they still do
But
that
that was
in
the
schools?
Cold War.
I'm not sure.
I don't think
Right.
so. I don't think so.
And then another thing, Thanksgiving, and it really shows you, even though it was a hard Thanksgiving because we lost Frank Short,
Right.
R.I.P.
Yeah, either the
I
day
lost,
before or whatever.
I think it was the day after, right?
Yeah, the day after.
And I did lose a friend on Thanksgiving. Cindy K. Marine. Shout out to Cindy McKay.
Shout out, Cindy.
Love you, rest in peace. And we put down Lucy, we put down Mindy's dog. I forget Summer, the name.
Black
I mean,
Lab, Summer.
so
or
it's
Chocolate Lab, sorry, Chocolate Lab.
it's a hard time. English Mastiff.
Yeah.
It's a hard time. Dawn Belmore, a friend of the show, friend of the podcast, she put down her Ding Dong.
Yeah.
Put down her dog
Yeah,
as
did
well.
Kim English Mastiff
So
too?
like,
Had an English Mastiff.
Yeah.
So it's a hard
I talked to her
time.
about that.
And then we have to be thankful. But what are we thankful for? We got to be thankful that we're still here.
And the
That we
time,
still have each other.
and the time we spent with our animals. It was
absolutely.
beautiful.
And I would go further, one step further than saying, well, maybe a lot of steps further than saying Black Lives Matter, but not only, and you're not supposed to say all lives matter, but not only all people lives matter, but all of the lives matter, even the
The whole
pets, all of
ecosystem.
that, like, you know, even like that ant that you drive over in your car and don't even realize, like, maybe that life matter
Yeah.
too. I don't know.
Butterfly effect. I mean,
Butterfly
in the
effect.
big scheme
Yeah,
of
but you
things.
definitely need to respect life.
Be kinder to one another.
Yeah.
And let me
That's
tell
what
you
I'm trying
that, you know, like I said, I'm having some hard times, and I'm not afraid to admit it, because this is a time that a lot of people are having hard times, and not everybody has good friends. I was thankful enough to be invited to a Friendsgiving, which I greatly appreciated. Shout
Yeah,
out
it was
to
a good time.
Mindy
It was a good
Sue.
time.
She was a great hostess.
Peanut butter whiskey was involved.
Thank you. Shots. I appreciate that. A little mushroom chocolate ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Luke, happy birthday today.
Looking right at you, Luke.
Give me a call, you know, hook me up with them shrooms, and not that he knows anything about that, but he knows somebody that knows somebody that might know
Right.
somebody.
Right, nobody was involved.
But anyhow, so this is the things that we are thankful for, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and again, it's the little things that do matter, even though that you get hit with some hard shit, and it hurts, and you got to keep your head up and be thankful that we all are still here and that we do have one another. And there are people that don't have one another, and for those people, find somebody, because there is a friend that will listen. There's somebody that'll listen.
100%.
Somebody does care. You know, another shout out, friend of the podcast, Greg Kistner. I seen a post saying that he was home alone on Thanksgiving, and that he spent a Thanksgiving home alone.
Well, shit. Open door policy next Thanksgiving, or
Right.
you know, maybe we should hit him up even before that. Maybe Christmas. Maybe we should have him over, because Greg is a good friend, longtime friend. Piccolo contact when me and you both worked there, and
Yeah, sure.
he's a good dude. So there's no reason that he should have to spend Thanksgiving or any holiday or even any day alone.
Well, I guarantee that half or more of his friends didn't know that, because I seen a lot of posts, you know, thanks to the Facebook that we are live on,
Yeah.
that his, you know, that they recognize, say, hey, you know, sorry that we missed you. You could have came by here, this, that, and the other. So, I mean, he does have, but that's just it. When you don't think there is anybody, there are people. So all you got to do is reach out, you know, and
Yeah.
it takes that confidence that we were talking about earlier, that courage enough to do it.
When you're
It's
alone,
easy.
though, that confidence goes away, right?
It's easy to sit home alone.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy to do
That's
that.
the easier thing to do.
Yeah, you
Right,
know, because
right.
there's
The hard
fear
thing
of
to do is to reach
rejection.
out.
You know, there's fear of rejection.
100%.
I don't want to burden somebody. I'm a man.
Right.
You know what? I don't want to show weakness.
Yeah.
I mean, but these are all things that, like I said, at some point, John Lennon was so much more ahead than all of us that none of that stuff matters. Your masculinity,
Right.
you know,
Imagine there's no country.
no country,
Right.
no heaven, no
Easy
religion.
if you
You know,
try.
I mean, so
no
much.
hell below us.
Exactly.
Above us on the side.
So I mean, it just goes to show that there are people out there, and that don't sit home alone. You know,
Absolutely, 100%.
I'm thankful that I'm a friend of the podcast, and I was asked to you know, join, because otherwise I'd be home alone.
Well, you're not only a friend of the podcast, you are a podcast member now. You are,
And family. I mean, I'm
A
family.
podcast.
You're on 33.3%
and we have.
repeated stake in the Moon Club
When I say
podcast.
co-hosts, I consider us all equal co-hosts. We're
Yeah.
all 1/3 hosts, so that makes us all co-hosts.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so
Moon Club stock is
Moving
available.
forward.
excellent
And
diatribe.
the Moon Club Bitcoin.
Why don't we just call it Mooney Coin or Moon Coin?
Moonies. We'll call it.
Moon coin.
What do you call
But
it?
they look like nipples.
Yeah.
Well, I think they should be called Moon Club Bitcoin, but it's like they're called Moonies.
Nipcoin. Nipcoin.
The maniacs. What do you call them? What do you call them?
Lunatics.
Lunicoin.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lunatics.
We'll figure it out.
Nipcoin.
All right. So this woman here, this is
Like
in
many.
Los
Oh, yeah,
Angeles
this is
County,
shameful.
and
Share this with certain groups.
she has a saloon and grill called the Pineapple Hill Saloon and Grill, and this video has gone viral, and for good reason, because she set up a patio area, and this patio area was approved by Mayor Garcetti and California in general, and so she had it all set up, and then they shut her down again, and then right across the street from where her little patio area is, there was a movie production worth millions, possibly billions of dollars, and they're allowed to have this outside dining area exactly the same as her setup. If you look at it, it's exactly the same as her setup. They're allowed to continue, but she is not. And you can feel the
angst, the animosity,
the animosity in her voice, the distress in her voice when she's saying this, and
Right.
and this is a powerful video because she's losing everything.
Right.
She and her the people that work under her, all of her servers, all the people that work there, they're fucked.
Yeah.
And the movie studio is allowed to have this
They hear her
outdoor
voice.
dining area.
Well, dude, you know, I think the most impressive thing is they show rows and rows and rows, like 100 different stands,
Yeah.
and then she shows hers, and it's like
Yeah.
so insignificant. But
Yeah,
yet
so-
her life is being destroyed.
All right, so let's let it fly. And this is the Pineapple Hill Saloon and Grill in Los Angeles County.
So this is my place, the Pineapple Hill Grill and Saloon. If you go to my page, you can see all the work I did for outdoor dining, for tables being 7 feet apart. And I come in today because I'm organizing a protest, and I came in to get stuff for that.
And not a bad rap, by the way.
And I walk into my parking lot, and obviously Mayor Garcetti has approved
Boo.
this.
That's what was
Has
perfect timing.
approved
I think she planned it. This is a movie studio.
this being set up for a movie company.
I guess they're essential.
Apparently, movie's got to be made, I guess.
I'm trying to guesstimate tables.
Hold on, wait. She's gonna show her setup.
Everything I own is being taken away from me. And they set up a movie company right next to my outdoor patio, which is right over here.
It looks about the same, right?
No, it's like
And people wonder why
100
I'm protesting
times smaller.
and why I have had enough. They have not given us money and they have shut us down. We cannot survive. My staff cannot survive. Look at this.
she's frantic.
Tell me that this is dangerous, but right next to me, as a slap in my face,
Tent City, you know?
that's safe. This is safe. 50 feet away.
Not safe. She's got like 4 tables.
This is dangerous. Mayor Garcetti and Gavin Newsom is responsible for every single person that doesn't have unemployment, that does not have a job, and all the businesses that are going under. And we need your help. We need somebody to do something about this.
Payoff.
So I think that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
And Mayor Eric Garcetti and Governor Gavin Newsom,
Shame on you.
you're fucking hypocrites.
We're
I'm
not
sorry, but you're
saying you
fucking
guys are
hypocrites.
taking payoffs, but you may be.
I'm not saying
you're not.
I'm not saying you're taking payoffs. I'm saying you're fucking hypocrites. And
I hope she has a
California at
GoFundMe
this
page.
point, California at this point is a socialist republic. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I wish
That's
they
the
would
reason
go
why
left.
Joe Rogan left, because they were enforcing like ridiculous restrictions on everybody.
Yeah.
So go ahead. You're gonna lose all your
Fuck you, I'm out,
taxpayers.
yeah.
You're gonna lose all your taxpayers. How many millions of dollars of tax revenue did you lose when Joe Rogan left? I'm telling you, a
Right.
fucking lot.
Right? It's like people are fucking making an exodus from fucking Illinois too because of their the high taxes.
Well, I would leave if I could. I just can't. I'm kind of fucking stuck here, but I wish I could leave.
Stuck in.
What, would you choose Texas?
I mean, that would be a consideration.
You know, a lot of their real estate law is completely different. Like, if you have a house in Texas, and you want to turn it into a coffee shop, you can. It's like they have so much property rights.
That's not always a good thing. So that's always like residential versus commercial. Like right here, we're in a B1 zone. We're in a business 1 or might be a business 2 zone. Like I have a business down below.
Right.
But if you go a couple blocks that way, it's all residential. So like
yes.
But there are reasons to have certain zones that have just business designations. So I'm just saying. Yeah, go on.
Yes, and the stars at night shine big and bright.
Right.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
See that again?
And by the way, have you ever been in the basement of the Alamo?
No.
Yeah, that's where Pee Wee Herman's stolen bike was.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's where it was.
Yes, but the place does not exist. If you watch the whole
Dirty little secret,
and
the Alamo doesn't have a basement.
Right. Okay. Spoiler alert.
It has a broom closet though.
Right.
That's where most of the cornhole.
Great fucking movie, right?
I enjoyed it. Yeah. I wouldn't say it was a great movie. I enjoyed it though.
Speaking of cornholing, shout out to Matt Moffitt, our guest last week.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's
Why do you
probably
give him so much shit?
100%.
He's a cornholer. He admitted it here on the podcast.
He did. He did. Matter of fact, when he left
That's
here,
probably what he's doing right
an
now.
hour later, he was cornholing somewhere.
Yeah, he was
I think at the
cornholing like
Gill
crazy.
Street, or I don't know where he was.
Yeah, he
not
said
part
he
of
thought
that.
he was
I'm not
good,
part of
but the
that.
people that he was cornholing with were better. So he
right.
may be learning a few things.
The next video is, I think Rudy Giuliani let a fart in the middle of a press conference, and you tell me, I don't know. I'm kind of back and forth on whether this was edited or whether it's real. Like, sometimes when I watch it, I think it looks edited, and sometimes when I watch it, I think it looks real.
Yeah, you gotta watch the other participants. You know, you gotta watch the people around him.
Yeah. 100%. We don't have anybody turn off the lights.
I got it.
The answer that I gave you is they didn't bother to interview a single witness. Just like you, they don't want to know the truth.
This guy must
You
be part of
probably
the
know
Hold
the
on,
truth.
we're gonna have to watch this
The
like 4 or 5
answer,
times.
the answer that I gave you is they didn't bother to interview a single witness. Just like you, they don't want to know the truth.
Oh, the girl gave it
You probably
away.
know the truth. The answer that I gave you
Dude, that
is they
girl's
didn't
eyes.
bother to
Can
interview a
you
single
watch the
witness.
girl?
Just like you, they don't want to know the truth. Well, you probably know the truth. The answer that I gave you is they didn't bother to interview a single witness. Just like you, they don't want to know the truth. Well, you probably
Hold
know
on,
the
one more
truth.
time, one more time.
The answer that I gave you is they didn't bother to interview a single witness. Just like you, they don't want to know the truth. Well, you probably know the truth.
She's
The
trying to keep her
the answer
back.
that I
I
gave you is
wonder,
they
like,
didn't bother to interview a
Who is that girl, and can we get her on the podcast
no
to figure
shit.
out
No
like
shit.
Was that real or
what
not?
exactly did you hear? Because probably it's only him and her that know really what happened there, right?
He shit
Right.
himself. That's what
And,
it's
and
not.
you know what? If you listen to what he's saying, the guy's completely full of hot gas. You know what I'm saying?
Rudy Giuliani?
Yeah, he's got the worst job in the world right now. He's trying to defend.
He's
Well-
a little crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Hold on. Rudy Giuliani is the guy that turned around New York, right? Like
He saved New York,
He
right?
was
People might
America's mayor.
Mayor.
Yeah.
Mayor, yeah, and he turned
He was
around
the
New York,
9/11
and he
mayor.
had. Everybody loved Rudy Giuliani up until he became Trump's lawyer, right?
Well, until he became a lawyer, he kind of got a little crazy.
Well, he was a lawyer before he ever
Well,
became.
before he started.
Dude, everybody used to love the New York Yankees too.
Fuck the Yankees. Nobody loved the Yankees.
Who loved the Yankees?
Dude, remember when everybody used to love the Cowboys?
Well, they're America's team.
Yeah.
I never loved them.
Well, when we were kids, I think we did a little bit.
No.
No?
No, never.
You weren't a St. Louis Cardinals fan, were you?
No, I was a Bears fan.
Okay, I got you.
I kind of liked the Rams for a while because I liked the helmets. But
Yeah, Rams helmets are cool for sure.
I-
But dude, we had the 1984 Bears, of course.
1985.
85, okay.
Yeah.
But
They
that
were
was
good in '84 too, but they were better in '85.
They won the Super Bowl in '85, and everybody's like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of Super Bowls to come, and
Right.
that was it.
You know, I think the effect they had was probably one of the first viral effects as far as sports goes, because it's like they
Super
had
Bowl shuffle.
The Super Bowl
everything.
Shuffle.
Saturday
The
Night
Super Bowl
Live
Shuffle.
skits.
I mean, everybody
Yeah.
saw the Super Bowl Shuffle, and there was no internet back then, right? So
Right.
like, there was like things that went viral before the internet, like.
Right.
MTV, thank you.
MTV. There was also like the Jerky Boys. Like,
Right.
how did the Jerky Boys go viral? Because there was no internet. And when I look back about that, I don't know, because
Early internet.
we had a cassette. Like,
Yeah.
and it was in 1992, 93.
Randy got us the first cassette. Randy from Papa John's. Randy, what was his last name? He flew the helicopter.
McCormick?
Randy McCormick, yeah.
Yeah. But we would all listen to that and hear it, but that went viral before the internet, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think there was early internet, because internet's been around since like 1964 or something.
Yeah, but I'm talking about how things spread. Like now,
Right.
like there's viral and everything's on the internet, which makes sense. But there was still a way of spreading things, and like,
Dude, well, remember how we got the NWA album? We got it from a cassette that we dubbed from another cassette when somebody else dubbed that cassette.
I bought all the NWA albums. I just went to, what was it, Musicland or Sam Goody or whatever. I bought that shit.
Right, but at first they were spread by people making copies.
I know the one tape or CD or the tape that you didn't buy.
What's that?
Van Halen's 1984.
I got that as a birthday present back in, I
Like
think it was
Stephen
like
Joseph Trainer?
1983. No, was it 4?
The year my grandpa
I should have
died.
known.
That was a great gift, man.
Yeah, that was epic. That was epic.
That was a great gift.
Yeah.
I still have it in my room right
And
now.
that's another person we lost this year, you know,
Eddie?
Eddie Van
Eddie
Halen.
Van Halen.
Right, right.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
been a rough year.
2020 can go fuck itself.
Yeah, and it's getting ready to,
Dude,
right?
you know what? That might be the greatest thing said about the year 2020. Go fuck yourself. We should have a fucking party.
T-shirt.
No, it can go fuck
Bumper
itself.
stickers.
Yeah, we should have a fucking party saying 2020 can go fuck itself. Moon Club party.
I have a Instagram
Put a
post that I
banner up.
posted on January 1st, 2020, and it's like, you know, a really nice, you know, like blue and white, kind of like Christmassy type feel, and it says 2020 this year, the sky's the limit for us, and I like look at that, and I'm like, fuck you, you had no
Right.
idea.
No
you had
idea.
no idea.
Right?
No idea.
Right, dude? It's like I picture a meme of everyone. Fuck you! Fuck you!
Take it
You
back.
know?
Take it back.
Well, enough about that. Let's save that for the New Year's podcast.
Right. And plus it's like, remember the scene where the guy knows the dog is better off without him, so he's like, go on, get!
Talking about
I never
Steve
liked you anyway!
The
Doesn't matter,
jerk.
stupid dog anyway! Go on, get!
What,
the
what
dog,
was
like,
his
refuses to
dog's
leave.
name?
Old Yeller?
No. It was Steve Martin the Jerk.
Oh.
Oh,
The dog's name was...
shithead. You should call him shithead.
Yeah.
He's like,
You're a hero! I'm gonna call you hero!
and so he told the dog to go, then the dog ran off, and then in the next scene he's like dragging him with the leash.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Company.
Oh, shit. And my trusted dog. He's dragging him.
Steve Martin,
Yeah.
The Jerk is probably one of his greatest movies. The
Yeah.
Man with Two Brains, great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
See, Martin had a lot of
was it?
good ones.
He was a wild and
Parenthood.
crazy guy.
Parenthood was pretty good too.
You know,
But
you
yeah,
know,
and-
as a grown-up Steve Martin moving forward,
You ever seen My Blue
tame
Heaven?
down a little bit.
And there's a lot of Saturday Night Live skits that he was in.
What's arugula? It's a vegetable.
And of course, we can't mention Steve Martin without mentioning Planes, Trains, and Automobiles
Yeah.
because 55, you know, that was filmed right there.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Where are your hands? Between two pillows.
Those are
No,
pillows.
sorry. Does that happen in that room?
If you leave Bloomington, drive to Chicago about, I'm gonna say probably about 2/5 of the way, you'll drive by
Yeah.
that hotel.
So
Is it
distinct.
still there? I thought I
think
heard
it is.
someone
Dude, it's-
said they
it's-
took it down, but
it's-
I was like, they can't take that down.
You know, it's so nondescript. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just
But I think
fat-
it's got like orange and like
Yeah.
some other weird color, but it's like
And it's not a big hotel. I think it's probably like maybe like
6 rooms or something.
Yeah, 6, 10.
Dude, I
maybe.
think we could talk to Aaron Holiday about this, but I think him and Angie Ermitrout and Ed Moore used to go up there like once a year and watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles in the room that was filmed.
Well,
That'd
that's
be
a
cool.
special kind of stupid.
Dude, I think it's awesome tradition.
But
It's
the,
either
we
awesome
should-
or stupid, right?
Dude, if we can go up there and rent that room.
It probably is more awesome than it is stupid, though.
Dude, if we can go up there and rent that room and do a podcast in that exact room of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and like...
Next year, we'll do it.
No, well, check this out. It's like, dude, we can do a Mystery Science Theater like 2000 like version of us watching that
3,000.
movie on the projected wall in that room.
But when you rent the room, you got to have a Casio watch, and you got to go.
Right?
Yeah. And you got to bring your own bottle of Lysol and spray everything down and make sure there's no diseases.
Right. And dude, we got to drink the little travel bottles from the airports.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, so this next video is Michael Rappoport driving through the same Los Angeles County where these fucking hypocritical rules are being spread, and
It pisses them off.
absolutely, and it should.
Those Fairfax Farmers Market is popping. And I have no problem with all these people making their money and making a living. But how the fuck is this okay? But right across the street, all the cafes, all the restaurants are shut down. Look at this shit. Get your money. But who's making the decisions here? Garcetti, you fuck. Gavin Newsom with the fucking good hair. You fuck, look, they got the music playing and all this shit. This shit don't make any fucking sense. This don't make any fucking sense. This is why motherfuckers are pissed off and protesting. Yo, look at this shit.
All right, so that's it. It's the hypocrisy of it all. It's the double standards. Like, you're able to set up a outside dining area because there's a huge Hollywood movie,
Right.
but yet the single person who has a restaurant sets up the outside dining area, they have to be shut down. This shit, I mean, it has to be applied equally. Like Steve said, the rich get richer, the poor
Well,
get poorer. Like,
you know what?
this has to stop.
I think this is a good example where they're centralizing too much control. It's like, okay, we're gonna put this one person in control of the county, and you know what? They start paying favoritism to big business.
I disagree 100%. It's not centralized control. It's the local, like the Mayor Garcetti is the one making these
Right.
rules.
Yeah,
right.
and he's paying attention to the
And
people that.
he's allowing the big businesses in his in LA County to continue, and he's shutting down the small businesses.
Right.
Like, that's not fair. That's not fair. It doesn't make sense. This shit has to stop.
Yeah,
Right.
again, it was supposed to be essential workers, but is movies essential workers? Is that Space Jam 2? Is that LeBron making Space Jam 2?
Yeah. Who?
Right.
It basically comes down to who pays more
Dude,
money.
LeBron won't stand for that. He's a true humanitarian.
Who
you know
pays
that.
more money
Oh, yeah,
into
sure
the
it is.
state coffers? Who pays more money
I bet you
into
LeBron
the
comes
states?
out.
Well, we can't shut these movie downs because it's worth $1 billion.
Do we
But
know
this
for sure
little
that it's
little
that movie?
person who has the restaurant on the corner, they only pay like maybe a couple $1,000s. But
Right.
yet, that is, if you think about it, that is your bread and butter. Like, the person, like, you know, Dad used to say, the person that comes into the liquor store every week and spends $20, or, you know, every week and spends $20 versus
Right.
the person that comes in once a year and spends $100. Like,
Right.
who's my bread and butter? It's the person that comes in every week and spends $10, right?
It's like, hey, let me
It's
quote
no-brainer.
a great movie. Was it Rounders, where he says you can shear a sheep 1,000 times, you can skin them only once.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if you're up on the hill and there's a bunch of sheep
Yeah.
down there, like, and the guy next to you says, let's run down there and fuck one of them sheep, and the guy, and you say, no, let's walk down there and let's fuck them all.
Let's sneak down there and fuck them all.
Just walk down there and fuck them all.
Right.
Let's
That's a
change
Genghis
the-
Khan parable, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying?
Let's change the analogy from sheep to hot chicks, though. You know.
Okay.
Because why?
Well,
you gonna,
it's like, you know what? I've never
I'm
seen a
just
group
gonna
of
sit
girls.
at the top of the hill, and y'all can go down and do whatever the hell you want with them sheep.
Dude, you know what? I've never saw a group of girls and thought I wanted to fuck them all. I can, you know what? It's like, and then I watched some crazy porn.
I
but-
cannot say that.
You've probably never done cocaine then.
Yeah, well.
Hey,
Oh.
cocaine's over.
Cocaine. Cocaine.
I think I tried some of that cocaine.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Nope, never
You
done
know, the
Well,
thing about
once.
this is when they shut down all these, like you'll say, the mom and pop stores and all these little cafes. It's the big cafes like Starbucks that's going to make it through. It's the big, like you said, the big corporations that's going
Oh
to
yeah,
make
they've
it
got
through
the
all
deep
this.
pockets. They don't
Right.
give a
So-
shit. They're like sitting there saying, like, let's go ahead, let's go ahead and close down because it'll get rid
Right.
of all the mom and pops.
Yeah, it's almost like it's, if you look at it economically, it's like it's a cannibalization of the economic market. Like the little ones are just consuming the big ones are consuming the little ones.
The big fish win.
Yeah.
And then look what's
Yeah.
happened in New York with the real estate and stuff, like in the city. You know, the people were paying thousands and thousands of dollars for a little bitty office like downtown New York, and since they shut all that stuff down and everybody's working from home, now they're like, hey, we can work from home and we're saving all this money. But there are people that is being hurt, you know, the people that maintain these buildings, the people that own the, you know, the buildings.
Right.
Not that you can feel too bad for millionaire landlords that have reaped the benefits for so many years, but at the same time, the transition that we're trying to go to and a lot of the work from home jobs that are being more readily available, there are hurting stuff in the long run, because there are you know, take in consideration like colleges and so forth, you know, learn at home, but there are, you know, sports and stuff in colleges, which is huge money. So you got to have so many students in school. So there's people that clean the colleges, you
Right.
know, people
Right.
that service the food service industries. These are the people that's taking the biggest hit. Now, of course, these are also ironically the people that make the list on the pay scale as
Yeah.
well. You know.
You got to diversify. It's like, do you remember, like, was it at least 10 years ago where most singers and songwriters made money by you buying their tangible object? And it's like, all of a sudden, when things started going digital, it's like the successful artists knew how to transform into the digital market. Like, I don't think, you know, that, like,
Fucking Napster, man.
well, no, it's like, that was just the first one, but it's like, they sold more
Well,
vinyl.
Napster was actually kind of ahead of its time, because
Right.
everything was going digital and everything was going online. And I think the artists that like realized that came out ahead, right? Like there's no more. People don't really buy albums.
Right.
They buy songs online.
Chance the Rapper, yeah.
And iTunes was kind of like the first one to figure that out.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
everybody's
iTunes was way ahead of the game.
everybody's releasing their shit like on YouTube or Insta. I don't even know.
It was cool when iTunes saying you can own this song. It's like, if you pay $1, then you can have this song for the rest of your life.
99 cents per single.
Yeah, that was brilliant, right?
Yeah, because that cuts out the record labels, that cuts out everybody, all that
Right.
fat around the, you know, all that shit that was
And check
dirty.
this out.
Because there's so many bands and artists that got fucking ripped off and
Right.
don't even own their own shit anymore.
Right.
And if they just got 99 cents per download, they would fucking take that, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Can you remember? It's like, and why Apple was so beautiful during this whole time is they were going to sell you the device, the iPod, which changed everything, which launched them into an amazing success to where they could produce the iPhone, which we're still using to this day. And that none of that would have been possible without Steve Jobs' success with the iPod.
Yeah, Steve Jobs
Yeah.
was a revolutionary.
Yeah.
For sure.
And
And he had lost control of the company for how
Steve
long?
was saying something.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just going to say the iPhone 13 Pro is supposed to come out with a pocket vagina and titties.
It's the 12 Max Pro.
Yeah.
It's a Pro though. Get it?
So maybe the next one's gonna have titties, and I'll probably buy that one too. But I did buy
And
the
a
12 Max
vibrating-
Pro.
No, this is
Vibrating
actually
vagina.
like 100 and I think 1 pound wax or rubber girl that the iPhone is actually part of her. It's shoved into her brain, and she can actually make love to you and shit.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
And,
it's
yeah,
the
apparently you
Phoenix
can't-
Marie.
Yeah, Phoenix Marie. It's like apparently you can't tell the difference between making love to a real woman and her, except the iPhone one is a lot better. You know.
Phoenix Marie is pretty special.
Right. But I guess it costs like $5,000. So I mean, if you're into that.
I mean, if you could plug it in every night, I think I would take it. The Phoenix Marie.
Right. It comes with a waterbed too. Was I right when I read that?
No, I think you just have to push her against the wall and like
Yeah.
kind of create some resistance. But
And I guess the only way to warm up her pussy is to choke her.
maybe.
That was pre-1984.
No, this is just like 2 weeks ago.
You're talking about what is it? BTSD.
All right, so check this out. There was this.
Hello.
There was a fight, and I call it a fight. I don't know. I don't.
I'm gonna
even
post it to
really
the flat earthers now.
I don't even really like to call this a fight, but this
It could be a fetish.
525 guy fought a 125-pound male, and this could really go no other way. Like this, I mean, if I'm gonna be 100% honest, I don't think this kind of fight should be allowed. I don't think this should be sanctioned. I don't think this should be allowed. this is ridiculous, but I'm glad the way that it ended the way it did. So
Now, just to, it's a female that he's fighting.
I think so.
Yeah, I thought you said a male.
Oh, maybe I did, but I misspoke.
Yeah, he is fighting a female.
Yeah.
And which, like you said, it could be a fetish instead of a fight.
So he comes out, he rolls around.
Dude, the guy seems like he's in good shape.
Shit out of it. You're 500 right now.
All she's got to do is get hold of her, though.
Слушай, моей команды
This
после
is what I
команды
wanna
стоп
see.
не работаем.
He actually gets her in a headlock, and she kind of does what she needs
Dude,
to
this
do.
is what I want to see. Why is that? Does that make me a sick individual?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play this shit. I want to see this.
You shouldn't want to see this kind of shit.
I'm going for the girl, though, without a doubt.
Okay.
Hope she kicks him in the nuts.
Да, ну, это историческое событие.
Если
Вперед, что этого пошел вперед! Вы посмотрите.
Dude, how fucking great is this?
Постреливает руками сейчас. Дарина пытается не подпустить этого амбала к себе.
Делает все абсолютно правильно, но зажимает клише
I hope
его.
he's trying hard.
Дарина в опасности, ведь он может просто ее завалить и задушить своим животом. Я не знаю, как это еще назвать.
Не так просто, ей приходится, но посмотрите,
This is a
разбивается.
hippo
Самое
against a
главное, она
giraffe.
сделала, она отошла от сетки, она сейчас не зажата.
You know what I'm saying?
Какое необычное зрелище сейчас
Well,
наблюдаем.
His arms are too fat to lock the choke in.
Right?
Клинч между 250
It's like
килограммовым
trying to
мужчиной
choke
и 60
somebody out with
килограммовой
jello.
женщиной. И абсолютно непонятно, что там происходит.
Самое обидное,
That's a
что
good
сейчас
analogy, yeah.
Yeah.
этим человеком за его фигурой мы не видим, что творится с Дариной
But you know what? He
Дарина
used that gun of
Морковка
his.
спрятался
He's
внутри
wearing underwear.
складок
Those
горящих
aren't even
частяков.
like boxing shorts.
Как бы
Those are
странно
underwear.
не звучало.
Could you ref this fight?
No, I wouldn't even want to.
Рефери разнимает бойцов.
Oh!
Даже
She's
непонятно, как
jumping in on him.
называть.
That's the way to do it, right?
Наверное, правильно будет все-таки говорить бойцов
Yes,
без
I
уважения.
don't think she could do
Дарина
anything
Маздюк,
by
очень отчаянная девушка. Ой, пропускает
Oh,
голову!
there you go, there you go, there you go.
Этого
Kick
добивает
it, yeah, punch him in the back of the head.
Дарина
Pass
финиш,
out.
Дарина, для
Yeah.
того, чтобы выиграть этот
Yes.
исторический
And he
бой.
taps out right here.
Останавливать, потому что
Good job,
огромные
little girl.
плечи.
Yes, sir.
Стучи,
Yes,
стучи
sir.
сам, Гриша. Остановка боя. Технически.
Great fight, great fight. I want to see more of that.
Дарина победила.
I think that's a better victory for all women
Fuck
than
yeah, dude.
the girl that kicked the 1 second half.
30-yard kickoff.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean that really wasn't a victory for women in my opinion. Like,
Well, then it's like she was a pioneer. It's like she did more than fucking Rosa Parks did, as we both talked about. Rosa Parks just didn't get up. This girl at least kicked a.
yeah, so that's a Chris Rock skit, right?
No. I think it was Dave Chappelle, right?
No, Rosa Parks isn't getting up. That was
Yeah.
that was
Okay,
Chris
was
Rock,
it Chris
yeah.
Rock?
But you know, good for her. A good victory, and
Wait, we're talking about
let's
Rosa Parks or
not have any more. Let's not have any more chicks fighting like 500-pound dudes. Like, that's ridiculous, in my opinion.
I don't know. Why did I enjoy that so much?
I don't
Good question. Would
Yeah.
you pay for that though? That's what.
I don't know.
know. Would you pay for Logan Paul fighting Floyd Mayweather?
What about Oprah fighting?
Nope. Dude, hold on, because
The kid
this is going
from
to
Home Alone.
happen. Logan Paul is really going to fight Floyd Mayweather.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's the most ridiculous thing ever.
I think somebody's
It
getting
is.
paid
It
millions of
kinda
dollars
is.
to get beat up.
It kind of is. At the same time, yeah, I'm going to watch it.
Right. You know what? I hope it goes more than 3 rounds. If it, I think.
It only goes more than 3 rounds if Floyd wants it to.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
know, Floyd is a defensive fighter. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do think he'll be able to get shots in on Paul, because I didn't think he showed me anything from the last fight that we seen him in. Unfortunately, Nate Robinson showed us a little bit less, but
Well, if
Floyd
Nate,
Mayweather is definitely outside his wheelhouse.
Right.
if Nate Robinson would have let Floyd Mayweather train him, he might have done
Right.
a little better. Like, all
Right.
he did was like jump in and tie him up, and then once
On the break.
Jake Paul found his range, he was done.
Right.
I mean, to
Right.
be honest with you, and that was a brutal knockout. It never should have happened. The referee should have stopped it after the second knockdown.
Right.
But I mean, as much as I'd love to see that, I kind of hate to see that because you only have so many of those, like getting knocked out like that. You only have so many of those in you, and then you're gonna be.
It's exponential retardedness.
You're gonna be retarded when you have grandchildren. Like I don't want anybody to have to be like non-responsive and not have any cognitive skills when they get older. Like that's ridiculous. That should happen.
I think with the last fights that Mike Tyson had, it's like it's not a professional fight because it's just an exhibition. But you know what? These people are getting paid like $100 million, so it's like semantics when it comes into sports. It's like it's not a real fight because it's not professional.
Yeah, and they're talking about Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield now, and it's going to be an exhibition. But yeah, that'll get my money. I'll watch it.
Especially when I saw Mike Tyson going balls to the wall.
Even Floyd Mayweather was talking about when they were asking, it was Shannon Sharp or maybe it was who's the other Sharp brother? Not Shannon Sharp. I think it was Shannon Sharp though. Was talking to Floyd Mayweather about why he's fighting these like exhibition fights. He's like, look, and Mayweather was very honest. He's like, I'm not fighting competitive fights anymore. Like these young kids, they're
easy money.
They're the future.
Right.
But yeah, I can make.
Jake Paul is our future.
He's like, if I can make, $100 million, $300 million off of fighting these people, like, why would I not do it? And I'm like, yeah, why would you not?
Right.
Why would you not? 100% it makes sense. So
yeah. They're gonna pay me $300 million to fight some retarded kid. It's like, yeah, like why not?
He's not retarded though.
So do you think Evander Holyfield's gonna wear headgear this time?
Dude, you see Jake Paul's arms? Like when they weighed in, it's like the kid's seriously been training. He's got like some really big fucking arms, like gorilla arms.
Jake Paul and Logan Paul are legitimate like amateur level boxers.
Okay, you know what? You might want to make that prediction because everybody else in the world, you're like in a 99.999%. You might be one of the only people in America that actually likes the Paul brothers.
Well, no. What I said was Jake and Logan are
they're legitimate fighters.
Amateur level boxers.
Yeah.
Well, Floyd Mayweather is the elite of the elite professional level boxers.
He's the cream of the crop.
Like there are levels to this shit.
Yeah.
And it's like this though.
Yeah. It's like you're entry level, and here's professional level, and here's Floyd Mayweather right here.
Right.
To be, I'm not sure. Is it Jake and you said Logan Paul?
Logan's the older brother.
The thing about it is, if they weren't internet famous, they would be sweeping rings. I mean seriously. That's the difference.
It's like they definitely leapfrogging, but
But here's the thing, they are known for they started as Vine. They were Vine famous, and now they're YouTube famous. But they're legitimately putting in the time to try to become boxers, but they're at an amateur level. For sure, they're at an amateur level. But, I mean, if you're at an amateur level and you can jump in the ring and fight Floyd Mayweather, even if you get knocked out and you make $200 million, yeah, let's do that. I'm going to get knocked out and make $200 million?
It's like, you know what it's like? It's crazy that...
The joke's on us.
It's crazy
the joke's on us.
You know what's crazy? It's like if you were to create a video game where it's like you could actually like become a fighter and like fight this person, then fight the heavyweight champion of the world. It's like it doesn't seem real.
They've already done that. It's called Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Last Joe.
Last Joe. No, but I mean these people. It's what a crazy time in sports. You know what I'm saying?
It's not sports anymore. It's entertainment.
Right.
We've now entered the entertainment level of the entertainment era of boxing.
Right.
It's not about belts. It's not about championships anymore. It's about what fights are gonna get the money, and it's fights like Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul.
Right. You know what? It almost seems like
I'm not even mad at it. I'll take it.
You know what? It almost reminds me of how cinema they're depleting and there's no studios anymore, and it's like everybody's producing their own stuff. It's like now it seems like even sports are becoming more independent and more self-produced. Does that make sense?
No.
Sorry.
That's all right. I mean, you had a good concept there.
Yeah. It almost seems like people are they're cutting down the middleman. They're cutting down people that produce, And you know
Well,
what's
yeah,
like,
yeah. To your point, like the boxing producer or the boxing promoters are being
Right.
cut out because now you can just go directly on the. I think it's called the Fight app or whatever. Like
Right.
what we watched, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. That was directly on a Fight app. I think that was just them and the Fight app, and there's no Don King.
so fuck you,
involved.
Don King.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Right.
if Mike Tyson got $50 of my money, fuck yeah, I'm glad to pay that to
Right,
watch
right.
that.
Yeah, dude, yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Hit me
Yeah,
and
dude,
I'll
me
sue.
too. And dude,
What's
you know
that?
what?
He said, hit me and I'll sue.
MJ, it's like I don't know how many of us that were here for the. I know Steve was here, but dude, you know what? I was really entertained. I don't know why fucking
It was fun to watch. They had
Wiz
Snoop
Khalifa
Dogg, they had
and
Wiz
Snoop
Khalifa.
Dogg didn't sing together.
Yeah, it was fun to watch though, right?
Yeah, it was very entertaining. I think that's the future of boxing. It's like, remember you were talking about how in 1989 you spent more on a Mike Tyson fight, and I think it lasted for like 45 seconds. But they were talking about it for like an hour before that. But
90 seconds with
yeah,
Leon Spinks. I think it was Leon Spinks.
yeah, but you
Michael Spinks and Leon Spinks.
right. Somebody had commented that they had spent more time at a red light,
Yeah, 100%.
and they had paid $100 for that fight.
Mhm.
That was when. But dude, the production, it almost seemed like watching a movie, watching Mike Tyson fights with the rappers and the fights, and it was so well done.
Well,
That's the future of boxing. That's my prediction
They had to
for
create like a whole new thing.
2021.
There's the COVID speculations, right? Whatever. But they had to have like a different stage for the music production. They
Right,
had a different ring for the boxing, and then it had a different ring when everybody came out. Then they had to come out, and they had to like Clorox that shit all down. But it worked.
Right.
It worked. They did a really good job, and I was entertained for what, 2 hours?
You know what? I was entertained, and it's like, it's exciting when I think about UFC 1. You know, it's like, remember the guy with the one-run boxing glove?
I did, yeah.
And it's like, you know what? It was so remedial and it was raw. But you know what? If this keeps getting better as the first boxing promotion,
I
it's
think
like,
Mike Tyson's calling it the Legends League or something.
dude, you know what? I think this is the future of boxing, and that will be my prediction.
Well, it's not
for,
the future of boxing. This is
It's
gonna
the
be
past of boxing.
This is going to be another era of boxing, like
Yeah.
the Legends League. They're calling it like, okay,
Yeah.
these are people that, and by the way, Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield are really close to like hooking it up again. Like I think this is almost already
It's a
done.
deal, yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, yeah, I'll pay for that.
Fuck yeah,
That'd
it's
be a
like,
good
dude,
one.
You know, it's like, I love how we're cutting out the middleman.
And hopefully
You know what I'm
Evander
saying?
bites off Tyson's ear this time.
No
Right.
shit, no shit. It's
Yeah.
He owes him one, right?
Yeah, he owes him an ear.
Because then maybe Mike can have a prosthetic.
I like what you did there.
Very good.
All right, we're at 6:59. We're almost 7 o'clock. Do you guys have anything else you want to get off your chest?
Just his nipple clamp.
I got it for you.
No. I think we're good. I think it was a good show. I feel good about it.
No, dude, let's keep going.
All right, well, it's 7 o'clock now.
All
What do you got?
right.
If you were to keep going, what would you start with?
Okay, it's like I just got this email from MCAT22. He is 3 foot 4 inches tall, and he's actually willing to come in and dress up as the Baby Yoda.
We gotta
and
cut
we
you
can
down right
interview
now.
him. All right, well.
YouTube podcast number 225. We out.
Peace out. Good.